Here we are. We're here with the boys and the girls having fun in the morning after Halloween.
Yeah. I was saying to John that Halloween, I mean, this should be some kind of holiday, man. Okay. I
Yeah.
gotta I gotta walk around for hours last night with my kid and then put her to bed and she's going crazy and she's all wired and then I'm wired because I ate a bunch of candy and then I gotta wake up the next morning, not to do this. This is fun, but to go to
Oh,
work.
nobody wants to go to work.
No.
Work is stupid. Last time I heard, people hate work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all I'm
Who in,
saying is
who in the comments or in the chat let us know. Do you love your job and what is it? If you love your job, tell us that you do and what that job is.
and tell us also
How to
the
get that
address,
job.
the address of your job and also your employer's um
Maiden
like
name.
your boss's name.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you to those that are here, and thank you to those that will watch this later. Because sometimes you're just not able to watch it in the moment, and then you get the comment. It's like, "Oh, I missed it." We care about
Yeah,
you still.
we do care about you. We do care about the replay crew that
Yeah,
shows up.
especially if you actually make it through the 2 hours of garbage that we put out every week,
Oh man, it is trash. It
especially
is.
last week. Nothing
Last
to
week,
note of last week.
I got so many people last week who were like, dude, this is the funniest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh John, I will say, I gotta say, you
Do it.
took last week like a champ. Okay, where others, where there's where their psyche fortitude might have faltered,
Yeah.
you stayed strong. All right, we
Yeah.
came at you, buddy. All right, well, not me. I was more just I was the adjudicator, but everybody else who jumped in, they just tried taking their shots and
Yeah.
then
Look,
this
we don't have to
guy.
relive that moment.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And my
This is a wrap
on-screen
up.
performance is because I'm an actor and I need to portray a particular thing. What happens off screen, how I recuperate, you know,
Right.
had to remember that it was just a performance.
You took a bath in like ice. Like well, what's that Charlize Theron movie where she's an assassin?
Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, you took an ice bath and all your wounds just healed.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, no matter how many times I try that, it doesn't heal emotional scars.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to hear you say that because we do have a guest today. Jay, get in here. Tell Jay. No, I'm joking.
Well, Reed says he loves his job. We'll
Reed
see if he
loves his
tells us
job.
later what it is.
Well, I'll tell you why Reed loves his job because his job is to watch YouTubers and talk about them. You know what I mean? And so, of course, watching us is why. No, that's not his job.
What a job that you made up.
Wouldn't that be a crazy
Some
job? If
people hate
somebody's
their
like, okay,
jobs.
watch a bunch of dummies online and I don't know, do a write up about
Well,
them.
isn't that what the old God, what the hell did they call that with TV? Back when they actually had like a small group of people to gather, like, what did you watch?
Oh yeah,
What was that called?
what was it? What were? Yeah, that's
Nielsen?
right.
The Nielsen
Nielsen ratings.
ratings or whatever. But they, yeah, it was actually just like a small group of people. They didn't get everybody.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like a cabal.
I'm a chef and I love it most days.
Ooh. Chefs, I always feel like that's a stressful. That's got to be like I mean, they
Depending on the
portray
job.
it as very stressful
Yeah.
on TV. And it what, dude? I worked at. Have you ever worked at a restaurant?
Well, McDonald's.
McDonald's. My first job was I never worked at a fast food, but my first job was a place called Sarah's Pizza on 163rd Street in Miami, and it was stressful, man. Restaurants or just anything with food is fucking stressful.
Yeah.
I just remember I was a waiter, so and I was in high school, so I didn't give a shit. So I was in that mode of like, if I lose this job, it's like, who cares? I live with my mom.
Yeah.
But I just remember getting like those chefs in the back, like like they'd be, man, they'd just be on it, like it's fucking. I don't
I'm
know. I don't know
curious
if I can do
if
that.
if anybody in the chat has this experience as well, but I would say the most stressful job that I've ever had would be working in mobile phones, cell phones services. So I was a retail manager for a while for Verizon, and unfortunately, I worked for corporate AT&T for a little bit, but the Verizon job was a like a third party retailer. So the store looked like a Verizon, but it was a third party company doing it. Kind of like if you
Mhm.
went into Best Buy, it's not really the carrier that's doing it, but just dealing with commission employees and the stresses of like billing statements and like things that's a lot of stuff that gets out of your hands that you have to try to deal with to correct for the client or customer or whatever. It's just like, oh god, I hate it.
Well, it was a managerial role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also bad for the employees because they're working commission. So it's like and then corporate comes in, they're like, we need all of these things sold. And it's like shit that nobody should have on their accounts.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then you have all these like, if you have bad employees, you get fraudulent activity. But um, I really pride myself in hiring the right people and not allowing that stuff to happen. So then we just had to deal with other stores that we weren't really connected with and trying to fix their problems, which is a problem. Problem
Got
with a
it.
problem. Stupid. Oh, Reed said he's a drug and alcohol counselor. So, based on the conversation that we've had today, I think that the best thing for you is actually whiskey on Saturdays, and then you want to do some marijuana every other day.
Right. Right. You're trying to counsel people like the best way to do drugs. You
Yeah,
know what
like
I
a
mean?
school
It's like
counselor for college or something. It's like,
yeah,
what classes do I take next? It's like, well, I think we'll start with some light marijuana.
right,
We'll
right.
work our way up to some like really dank stuff.
It's like I really I want to do coke right now, but
Yeah.
then Reed will come in and be like, "Well, coke is better on the weekends." You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's like you should you should spread it out, like maybe marijuana like on the weekdays, and then hard chemical drugs
Right. Yeah,
like on the
yeah.
weekends, and like so like
But that's more of like that's getting more into your like um junior year. So you don't want to just jump right into that.
yeah, you don't want to jump. Yeah, you don't want to jump. You want to save chemical drugs is like
Plus, you never
yeah,
know, after a couple years, you may want to switch majors. I've lost it. All right.
right.
I love my job. I'm a tattoo artiste. It's been slow lately, but when things are normal, it rules. So is it just generally probably October through the end of the year that things start to slow down for tattoos? I imagine that's one of those businesses that are kind of affected by the holidays. The holidays.
John, how many tattoos do you have?
Just this one.
What is that a tattoo of? I can't even see. I know
So I have
you have that tattoo, but what is it?
Yeah, so I have some flowers that are done in the style of hokusai, which is a Japanese
Mhm.
artist, and then I have some foo dogs running down here. Trying to look at it there, and it's mirrored. And it's freaking me. It's like really hard. And then on the backside of my arm is the outline of Japan.
Oh, wow, okay.
Let's see who. I don't love my job, but I do enjoy the people I work with, not my supervisors, though. That's generally how that goes. I'm an independent adjuster who is helping people with their claims here in Florida. I love my job and I love helping people. That's good. That's good to hear. We need people that love that. Oh, good to see you, sir. Hell no, I'm in the military and we work 12 to 14-hour days. My job is law enforcement. So you're you're an MP? Is that as
Like
they
that.
call them? Get that
The
sweet
guy
sleep.
shows up, he's like, "Hey, let's cut the shit, guys." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's got the MP thing, and he's like, what's the name of that guy they killed in A Few Good Men? What's the name? And they're telling Jack, and they're like, well, why were you cleaning out that guy's locker? He was supposed to be leaving at 0900. Why was what's the guy's name that they fucking killed? Damn, John, didn't you see that fucking movie?
When was it? In the 90s.
Santiago, there you go, William
Jesus.
Santiago. Why were you in William Santiago's locker? And the guy's like, he was supposed to be ordered. We ordered the code red. He's like, why would you order a code red on William Santiago? That's what he does. That's what he does. He's
Yeah.
the guy who
Regular Mountain Dew is superior to Code Red.
Yes,
Why would
that's
you
right.
order a
Why
Code
would you
Red?
order the code? Dude, that movie would have been a great advertisement for Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah. Yeah, just to mock that whole scene. That would have been great.
Dude, I love that fucking movie.
So Timbo loves and hates his job. He's a dishwasher and a bar back. Pickle D is a manager of a wildlife park.
Ooh, that's gotta be fun.
I work the daylight savings change.
Oof.
What does that mean?
Bless you, cowabunga. Dude, I give him the salute.
Let's see. Who else? Somebody's got to love their job here. And I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. And then there's a lot of reminders about how trashed I got last week. I don't like this.
My favorite job, not that anybody asked, but I will say, was I worked. Some people already know this. I worked at a place called Prince Plus.
Yeah.
Which was a framing store. Okay. And so people come, and you turn around framing pretty fast. So people come in, I need to frame a graduation photo. And then we go in the back. And I was a framer, whatever you call it. I mean, everybody had to do everything there. But dude, we would rob that place. Okay. So we would side hustle like crazy, because what happens in a framing store is in the back, you have all of these
names and occupations, and these are the people that you have to frame.
Right. Yes, exactly. We're going to frame, Mr. McGillicuddy. No. We had all of this overstock of like frames that, you just throw it out.
Yeah.
So we would just, if we thought somebody was kind of cool and they wouldn't care paying cash, like somebody shows up, like a college student, he's like, I got a Scream poster. Can I frame it? How much does it cost to frame? And we're like, look, dude, if you give me, it costs $70 to frame. But if you pay cash, are you paying cash? And he's like, why? And he's like, you give me 40 in cash, I'll frame it for you. He's like, yeah, sure. Dude, we would make so many of those side deals and just fucking take the money. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, just frame, like if they were cool. And so we ended up becoming, because we worked in a mall, and we did so much trading with other people that worked at other places. Like we had a buddy that worked at like EB Games, and we would get fucking games all the time, because he'd be like, hey, you frame shit for me and I'll give you fucking games or whatever. And
amazing.
Like, dude, it was awesome. Okay.
Oh, God,
if I could do that, I would do it.
I got a couple here. I want to note that Display Name loves the job as an illustrator, which I'm curious. Sounds like, yeah, I imagine there could definitely be some stressful days. And TG, yes, exactly like A Wireless. A Wireless, 100%. That is exactly who I worked with. And then the shit company that they became after that. They were great the first year I was working with them. And then they started selling like the business, well, not selling the business. They started getting like financial investors involved, and then it became this like nickel and diming the employees in every aspect to try to make the most money. And then somebody came in, bought them or whatever. They merged or whatever it was, and it became a real shit show. But yes, exactly like A-Wires. That's crazy. Not yes, an authorized reseller, but the company name was A-Wireless, which is ABC Phones was their default name, the company name.
All of this sounds soul sucking, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. I hate retail, and I hate retail that involves commissions.
You know what I don't hate? Toka Dat Razor gifting the 5 Mad Hatter Review memberships. Okay.
Yeah.
That's thank you, sir. All right. And we have lucky members. And then speaking of members, Mikkel Stapler, my buddy right here, member for 6 months, cup of bowl of green and Hatter. It's a good morning. There you go. All right. Speaking of drug counseling, right there. Okay.
Oh, that kind of bull.
I assume.
Probably. Well, this is a day for you, isn't it? After my
there you go.
Last week.
Always.
Go ahead and reward you.
The baby boy with the $20. Happy Halloween cleanup day. Thank you, buddy. That's very generous of you, but it is Halloween cleanup day. There is in my living room, John, just a ton of candy. My kid doesn't even eat candy, but she wanted just to have the candy around.
Yeah,
right. She was just counting it.
Yeah,
like
that's like us with our toys. We don't really want them after we get them.
Yeah, exactly. But she was like, I just wanted one candy. I was just like, can I just have this candy? And she's like grabbing it. She's like, no. I'm like, I worked hard for this. But then when she went to sleep, I ate like half of her candy.
Oh, that's awful. TG, you dodged a bullet. So yeah, glad she didn't end up working there. You'd hate it. Oh man, awful.
I feel like you're having like almost like Vietnam flashbacks when you talk about this thing.
Yeah, it's funny. There's been a couple jobs like that where when I think back about them, that it's just like a dark, cloudy memory.
Yeah, no, it seems like it is.
Fever dream stuff.
All right, what the fuck are we talking about here?
I don't know.
I
mean, I know you wanted to talk about HasLab since that's what's in your thumbnail. And I want to remind everybody that you can support either of us. And not only through, I mean, super chats are nice, but if you want to have like, I don't know, you enjoy either of our channels, you can support me through the memberships tab in my link tree, which is my Ko-fi tab. And you can support Mad Hatter on his Patreon. So basically the same kind of stuff. You just pick a membership that works for you and reap whatever benefits those are. I don't know what you have available for yours, but it's a good way to show some support. You can access my Discord. I do giveaways, and depending on the tier that you have, this is an updated thing, an addendum. So if you're in the lower tier one, I will allow you to be eligible for every giveaway instead of just like sometimes doing giveaways for the $2 people. I'll allow you to be eligible, but you have to pay for shipping. And then the rest of the options, I will pay for the shipping. But there's ways to do that. Obviously, you can shop and just buy stuff. It's a great way to support. And then you have something in your pocket or on your shelf or whatever you end up buying, obviously, magnets and things. So there's a few ways you can support us. And like I said, Mad Hatter has his Patreon. And then if you look below his video, he has his shirts and things. So you can buy stuff directly.
Yes, you can support. And thank you, John. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. By the way, So everybody who supports the Patreon, thank you for it. Supports the channel, it goes directly to the channel. But an addendum to that is I'm not going to get too much into this, but John kind of gave me this idea, and I want to do it. Is I believe I want to invest some money in making trading cards, like flipboard trading cards, in the style of like the Jim Lee X-Men trading cards, if you guys remember that, and giving that, creating something where if you are on that Patreon, every few months or something, we release like a trading card. And maybe I have to figure out how it's going to work, but I want to, all these like dumb characters like Flipboard and all these guys in the comics and all the people that are going to be kind of like spoofed and trashed. I want to start creating like, but like not artists, like good artists. Maybe I'll do a few, okay, but it's something that I do want to do, and make it like a Patreon thing where, because I would love by the end of it, a few years down the line, to have like, I don't know, like 50 cards or something like that, like a cards, like a flipboard card set. John said, okay, he said this, that he might help me design the stuff, you know, like how the card looks, and that would be great because John's really good at that stuff. Okay, but he might back out too. He might be like, hey, you know what? I'm too fucking busy. I gotta, you know, A Wireless is calling me back. I gotta go back in to be a manager. So, you know, but I'm just saying, one of my favorite things back in life was those Jim Lee X-Men cards with the powers on the back. That's the other thing I want to do. When you turn it around, it shows you, okay, Flipboard powers, how much money does he make? How much, like, all, you know, take the powers and like just do all that. So that's something that I'm thinking of doing, like a Patreon thing. And then again, either shipping it every few months or releasing them on a monthly thing, you know, like that would be a fun thing. Like, okay, card of the month, card of the whatever is, and then you turn it around or whatever. So
I think a good start, if it's just one card at a time, I think a good start just for everybody's mental state. And by everybody, I mean on this side of it, a card every quarter. And then if we find ways to like speed up that process, offering them monthly to members, or doing like a batch of cards every quarter or whatever.
That would be cool.
The other thing, do you have a link where people can purchase the coins and pins and
oh yeah, Toy Stalker here. Oh yeah, the other thing. Very good. So
is
we
it on
have put
Toy
up,
Stalker?
yeah, we've it's on Toy Stalker's, here, I'll put up the link. We have put back up, the people are getting them in hand now, and they are beautiful in hand. I've been sharing them online, but the Flipboard art crates. So you get the coins, you get a Flipboard. Where is it? Right here. You get one of these beauties. It's all there, but like these beautiful, beautiful Flipboard coins, which are limited to, I think we have maybe 75 of them left or something. And then the art prints, you get a signed 8.5 by 11 art print. The con crates, fucking head's not working, and you get a pin, a catch-a pin. So you can get those now on Toy Stalker. I put the link in the chat. And if you want something to display with your beauties with Jonathan, hold on, check it out. I'm going to do a video about this, but I have carded samples of Flipboard.
What?
I have a few of these babies. Okay. We finalized the front print. We got, because we were going back and forth. Some people were like, the stuff looked like candy. I agreed. But so you got these, there's a glare, but like he's being showered with coins, and there's lightning, like Flipboard or whatever. So this is what you'll get. You'll get this, okay? And here's a card back. Okay, you'll get all of this fun, and you can pull this out. By the way, you don't have to damage your thing. That's the thing. You can have this. So I got I'm going to be doing a video update. So you have Flipboard. By the way, you can still get, the only way you can get these now is on retailers, either BBTS or Toy Stalker, but I don't know if Toy Stalker put them up yet. Okay. And I got the flip, the little flip bot right here. Now the art does not, he will have his own art. Right now it's just the Flipboard art, but there you go. Okay. And again, the packaging just comes, you can take it right out. And then hold on, John. I got two more things right here. I got and I have two catches and they look amazing. And then I got the flaker. Okay, look at flaker right here, all flakery. All right, and he'll have his own art. And then I got, this thing came out fucking awesome. This flake bot.
Oh wow!
So flaker and the flake bot, and the paint, the sort of metallic paint on him is amazing. So I'm going to be doing like a review. I'm going to be opening these guys up, and I'm not even going to damage the art card. That's always been a big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah,
is that I like the art. I like the art card. I don't want to damage it. So yeah, you'll be able to, I was like, if I ever make a toy, that's what I'm going to do. And guess what? I'm making a toy. And guess what? You guys, a bunch of you guys are going to get this fucking toy and you're going to love it. So these samples came in. They look great. Dude, Ace, that dude is on fucking fire, man. Okay? He just knows his shit. So
well, I hope somebody puts them out soon.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't want
to. So you said you had catches.
They're in the other room. I gotta get. I gotta get.
They're individually packaged, then, huh?
So yeah, the way it's gonna work. So there's just so much shit that you get with this. I'm not saying that like an advertisement. There really is.
Yeah.
That it can't fit in this. So the way it's gonna work is you'll get. It won't be this, but think about like this. You'll get like a mailer. It will have the figure in there, and then inside the mailer, you will have a box with Catcha, and then a little box with the other stuff, like the staff of FOMO and the Target cloak and all that stuff, and so because there's too much shit to fit in the actual box unless you just like cram it in, which I mean,
God,
you can. But
please do.
Dude,
I want you to personally take my order and just shove it all into one box.
I'm gonna crunch it too with my foot. Gonna get all crunchy. Anyway, that's my advertising spiel. But yes, you can go on Toy Stalker now. Toy Stalker will be putting up Flipboards, the figures as well, and he has a massive surprise. Later. There's a massive, and I'm not going to blow up a spot, but there's a massive Toy Stalker surprise later. Oh, by the way, I got this from Toy Stalker.
Oh, the Mezco?
The Mezco mask.
Oh my God.
Not Jim Carrey mask.
No, comic mask. Stop showing off all their stuff. I'm trying to promote your thing.
Sorry. Yes. But yes, thank you for the promotion.
Yeah. So anybody that wants to support Mad Hatter, which it looks like based on the chat, all of you want to support Mad Hatter.
All right.
These are great ways to do it and have something for your money. And those funds are more direct, so YouTube won't get any of that, where YouTube does get half of these super chats. So I just want to remind people. So we always appreciate the super chats. But you, as a spender, big spenders in the chat, I want you folks to remember that there are ways to support both of us to get physical things for your money, and or even if you just want to donate or whatever, become a member, things like that. Your money can go towards something, and we get 100% minus whatever other fees, like PayPal or something. So,
yes.
Great ways to support either of us and enjoy what you spent your money on. How about that?
Yes. I do want to mention one more thing, John, because a few people have asked me about this, and I use Michael State. I'll pick on him. We need Fawn Hatter. What's the deal with that content? I'd love to hear more. The real drawing was okay. So if people don't know, this is just kind of an update for Fawn. So Fawn is a character that has been created. That people, he's been popular. I've had a few people ask me about it. He is a deer, baby deer, buck venison. His mother gets killed by hunters. Makes a deal with the devil in order to get revenge. Okay, Fawn might look like another character. He might have he might have similarities to another character that exists. I have been thinking in a serious manner to maybe try to make that figure. Um, I might risk a cease and desist, but it is a parody, so you never
Right.
know. Okay, but
Yeah.
I want that figure desperately. So your guy might put his ass on the line, and if I got to go to war with a certain guy from Canada, it might be fucking worth it. That's all I'm saying. So I've been thinking about it. That's all.
Yeah, it's great. You got a lot of great ideas. Obviously, Flipboard being a primary one right now to get finished up, so people have all that, and then of course you have tons and tons of ideas, like you mentioned, the card, the continuing the comic and stuff. Which, by the way, for folks that don't know, the comic book is so fucking good. I know we mentioned it previously, but it's so good. It's short, it's sweet, it packs a punch. I love it so much. But yeah, so
Thank
keep
you.
your focus where it needs to be, but we are definitely all very excited about Fawn. And for anybody that was interested in this thing but was really, really afraid of of getting their special little boy who has retired from acting, they've updated it, and now he is just part of it. So don't worry about it. You can back it at
There's
any
some
time.
like
He's no longer a early thing. You just get him.
there's some older videos that I saw that are I think Mega J put up a video about you're gonna miss this, but that's now been turned around. So John, here's what I think. Okay, so if people don't know, yes, if anybody gets, there's no more early bird for Lewis Tully. Okay, if this just makes it in general, which I mean, it's got until December. This car will make it. Everybody will get a Lewis Tully. Now, you say what you want about Hasbro, right? I think that they stumbled onto a genius way to have everybody have their cake, and I don't think they did it on purpose. And you could only do this once because otherwise it just seems like a fucking scam. But basically, what they did, they created this early bird, okay, and they said we have to fund in 2 weeks or you don't get a Lewis Tully.
Yeah.
And then 2 days before the early bird ends, they go, fuck it. Everybody will just get it. So it's actually a brilliant move. And I don't think they even meant to do it, but it's so you get all of the eagerness of an early bird. You get all of the FOMO purchase of an early bird, but with none of the commitment of shutting other people out
Yeah.
and none of the commitment of having to stand by, hey, we got to stand strong. Because had they done this after the fact, had the 2 weeks gone by, they closed it off, and after the fact, they're like, you know what, we're opening it back up. They would have pissed off all of those people that got in the first 2 weeks. But by doing it before, everybody just gets relieved, and even the people that went in on the first day are like, oh, thank God we're getting them. So like, it's like they found like a workaround to get FOMO purchases but also just make it that doesn't matter. And so it's crazy.
Ugh. Yeah. Whatever. At the end of the day, it is definitely the better move. I mean, maybe they just got a lot of shit for it. Maybe they got really close and they were worried about it not happening. Who knows the reason why they decided to do this? But
No, I'm not complaining. I
no, I
want
know.
the
Yeah,
figure.
I know. We got to catch up with some super chats. We are like 10 minutes behind on these things. So you want to read yours here?
Oh, sorry.
Which is directed towards me.
Okay. Johnny, Johnny, thanks for meeting up to give me the SpongeBob I won from you guys.
Yeah. Let me
You want it from
remind you.
John. You want it from Johnny. Okay, I
Right.
just want to say that I
Which
contributed.
I reminded him on Instagram when he posted.
Yeah, zero. This is how much. Not even this. This took effort to do to make this hand gesture.
Yeah.
It's less than that. It's
Right.
it's nothing. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate Video Power Gaming, the $9.99, because just appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
it's a
Thank you.
Kofi membership thing, which is not a Mad Hatter thing.
I like that he goes from you guys.
Yeah. I want Flipboard cards. Thanks for the $10. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that SpongeBob and the picture frame, storefront frames. Flipboard cards are going to be great. We make it happen. It's going to be like those 97 Fleer cards or whatever.
I'm gonna get Jim Lee. John, how much would it cost if Jim Lee was even in the market to draw? How much would it cost to get Jim Lee to draw a pinup of something from?
Because I think he does commissions or something.
Does he really?
I think so, or like convention stuff, and it's like thousands of dollars.
Oh, it's got to be thousands.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, how many thousands would it be? Like, if does anybody have a guess? Like, if I wanted to get Jim Lee,
If you wanted to do it for a business thing, probably 20 grand. That's my guess.
$20,000, dude.
I don't know. That's a stupid answer, but who fucking knows?
$20,000 for a Jim Lee pinup. Holy shit.
I mean, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it was like 10 grand.
All my Kickstarter money on Jim Lee.
Yeah. That's you.
How much to frame my flip art? Okay, if I was still working at Prince Plus in the mall, for an 8.5 by 11, I'd probably charge 30. If you paid me cash, I'd do it probably for either 25 or 30 bucks.
But it's been like 25 years or something.
It's been inflation.
Those things are probably like, if the place is still open.
No, I think Prince Plus is done. I think that whole place is done, ski man. $20,000, dude. I'm still trying to wrap my head around $20,000. Holy shit!
I don't know. I fucking made up a number.
No,
don't react to it too much.
That's probably not wrong. Jim Lee, man.
Somebody can Google it. How much is Jim Lee commission art? This is another one for you.
Conjure, when are you sending me a prototype for photos? Yes. Well, thank you, but I don't know yet. That's my answer.
Good answer.
Because I got to do some things. I got to see. I actually, to be very honest, I was trying to flip these samples on eBay, and trying to, because I think I can make money with these samples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's that. But
prototypes. Remember, people love prototypes.
Oh my god, I can't wait to sell the Flipboard prototypes, man. I'll have to do it through a fake. I'll have to create like a fake eBay account because I don't want people thinking I'm flipping my own stuff. But
that's right.
I do.
You could say not Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Yes. eBay name definitely not Mad
Hatter. So Jay with the $10, thank you, dude. So he sent that as I was telling him not to. And then people continue to do it. So we got video. So thanks again for the $10. I do appreciate that. Obviously, which Flipboard shirt gets you the immediate hug on site after consent? Thanks for the $5. And I will say, since it's up to me, it's going to be the Flip Life, but the hug is upside down. It's upside down. So you flip your hugs, which some would call 69ing, but that's Mad Hatter. That was his thing. So
that's nice and sexy.
But I'm glad you asked me so I could answer. That's you as well.
Team of T19, thank you, bud. 9.99. I guess I should stop doing these because nostalgia is boxing out super chats. No, never stop. Well, we appreciate you anyway. Thank you, Jay, for the 9.99.
Mm-hmm.
Is this me or you?
Oh, these are all you.
Oh, it's me. 4.99. Thank you, Video Power Gaming. Don't forget, Hatter Coins gets you free skee ball. Yes, guys, if you show up, if you see me in person and you got that coin, there's a myriad of things that you can get. You can get free skee ball. You get a hug for sure, again, with consent. If you show me a coin, I will go with you to any adjacent fast food place within a 2-mile radius, and you can get. I will buy you something off of their craving menu. So, for instance, if like let's say I'm in Venice, like on Venice and Studio City or something like that, and you go, "Hey, Hatter," and you got that coin, and there's let's say a Taco Bell, again within like a 2-mile radius, we'll go to Taco Bell. I'll get you either like one of those bean and cheese burritos,
Ooh.
or what are the cinnamon twists or something. So you can get a lot of benefits for that. You can only do that once though. Like you can't show up every time. Every time I go to Studio
That's
City,
right.
I have the coin. But
Because
like,
but you'll know because you always scratch a huge X into the front of their coin.
yes, exactly. So based on that, so yes, I will get you a bean and cheese burrito, but I will take my knife that I carry everywhere and I will carve a X into it. It's fine. It's just I'm just noting that like you have now purchased your your whatever. But again, it has to be a craving menu. Like if we go to a Subway, or it has to be the same kind of price. Like Subway doesn't have a craving menu, but like Subway has cookies, right? And that's around the same price as like a craving menu. So I'll buy you maybe like 3 cookies, or I'll buy you like a soft drink or something like
Yeah.
that. But again, it has to be within a 2 to 3 mile radius, because we can't just like caravan like all over the place. You know what I mean? So
Right. You'll use your token just to get somewhere at that
yeah,
point.
exactly,
Which is
exactly. So
then
yeah.
it's like, all right, well, buy your own food.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But by the way, you can stack those coins. So let's say you meet me next to an In-N-Out, or maybe there's an In-N-Out close by, and you have 2 to 3 coins. Then that adds up, and I'll buy you a meal. So
Oh.
let's say you got 3 coins. You show it to me. We'll go to In-N-Out. I'll buy you a whole combo. I'll buy you a double and the fries and a drink. You know what I mean? Because you got 3 coins. So everything does stack monetarily if you get that. So
I like that. That's good. There's no
yeah.
massive disclaimer that just I bought 3 of these, but I can only use 1 per person.
No, I'll do the math. And again, if you're within like a dollar kind of like deficit, like if let's say all your coins add up to $9, but like a meal at In-N-Out is 10 or whatever, I'm not going to be
Then
like,
tough shit,
oh,
and you don't get it.
no, I'll be cool and I'll just get you the whole meal.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's
So.
good. There's another one for you.
Thank you, buddy. $4.99. Storefront frames were great, John. Thanks so much.
Yeah, explain that.
Yeah, it's fucked up. John, do you think it's fucked up?
Oh, here we go. So it looks like John was right. According to the Albert Moy website, 11 by 17 full figure with limited background is $20K, but this was a convention thing.
John, was according to Albert Moy website, 11
So it was
by
20
17.
grand to get an 11 by 17 with limited background from Jim Lee.
I don't even need a big background. I don't care. I don't care like about
Yeah, you it's like he could just write his name in an 11 by 17 box and we could sell that.
dude, if I had $20,000 to throw around, which I don't, let's all relax. A flipboard drawn by Jim Lee would be it would have to be the flipboard. Like I wouldn't waste it on anything else. I'd just be like, you get the card. But that would be the culmination. Dude, that was like that X-Men one. I remember when I was a kid going to a comic book store to get it signed. I was like, oh my God, Jim Lee. So like that would be the culmination. I could just die right after that happens.
Well, keep saving because according to this note, it's worse.
Oh, the 20K was for works that he is. Wait, what? That 20K was for works that he has done. Oh, so you're talking about like X-Men. You're talking about like, if you
Characters
want.
he knows, yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I don't want 20K for what? Just Wolverine that you've done a million times? 35K is almost, that's like pushing it.
I mean, 20K is pushing it.
20K is pushing it, but 20K is like, I can see if like you're an upstart comic company. Like, let's say like you're a comic book company and you're like, okay, we want to like really like take our shit to the next level, we'll get Jim Lee to draw our cover. But like at 35K now, you're just talking crazy.
Yeah, that's priced at like he doesn't want to do it anymore.
That's exactly. That's like I really don't want to fucking draw, but
So I'll just pick some stupid fucking price, and if people pay it, then it's like, okay, then I'm happy to do it because that's a year's salary for a lot
I
of
know.
people.
Do you think Rob Liefeld does comp? He's got
Yeah,
to, right?
probably like $50.
$50 for Rob.
And it's all that kind of looks like the Marvel character. Well, it's not. This is original guy.
Rob, it's a shame because that if you try to get an original drawing from Rob Liefeld, his price will be up there too.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna like it, so it's gonna you're not going to like the drawing, so you're gonna be like, it's it's gonna be rough. Did I see Jay in here? Look at what a nerd Jay is.
We're not actually talking about this, Jay. Keep up.
He loves that he can get this Tully now. He's so relieved.
He is. He is a Ghostbusters boy, man. That's got to really, truly make his day.
I heard that he called out of work for a good week because he was worried about Tully.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you should see it when I FaceTime him weekly because we're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's just stressed out. He's got a horrible acne right now. His muscles are all like tensed up. It's real bad. It's real bad. Man, all the accessory pieces honestly really are fantastic.
Would you
He's got the little truck nuts for the Ecto one he's carrying.
Oh, that's so funny. Some people have asked me, they're like, "Hey, I'm thinking of getting here." You know what? I'm gonna put my flipper hat on for a second, John.
Okay.
Which ironically looks like my normal hat.
Whoa.
There's a few people asking me, like, my opinion that means anything, which it doesn't. They're like, "Oh, which one should I get? The three, I'm thinking of getting because I don't really need the characters. I just want the car." Here's the deal: if you are just gonna get the car, get the big one. Get the thing for the $400 because then just sell off.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, by the time this comes out, they're not going to make this is not going to be like Marvel numbers. Okay, this is going to just make it. So if you just want the car, buy the deluxe thing and sell the rest of that shit. And I bet you can defray half of the cost of the fucking car, if not more, just by selling these GB figures, which you might not have any interest in. So if you're on the fence, I would just get dude. Even if you don't care about the Ghostbusters 2 add-on thing,
even
somebody will buy that shit.
Yes, somebody will be like, "Oh, I could only afford the first one when it first came out. Does anybody have the parts for the second one for sale?" People will do that. It happens every single time, but they will ask you for a fair price because that's usually the first thing.
Get ready to get a fair price. Do you think that guy who got shaded out, do you think that they hired an actor or hired like a person to hold that car and he thought this was his big moment?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "Oh man, you're going to be part
My
of
first modeling gig.
Yeah. They get some model and you're going to be part of this big HasLab campaign. He's like, "Oh my God, like I'll get so much visibility." It's just like, fuck you. Shadow him out.
Oh God. As far as the scale of this thing, it's for the Hasbro scale, but they have apparently scaled it up just a bit to fit 6.5-inch figures. So these guys are apparently shorter than 6-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they should all be different heights, but
do you remember in the movie how they were all the same height?
Yeah, and him. I mean, I think maybe his legs are shorter. His arms, it kind of makes his arms look long, but his legs look like real short.
Have they ever made Louis Tully? I want to say like in the Matty Collector days, didn't they make him just in his normal outfit, or somebody's got to know. Didn't they? This is not the first Tully figure, is it? Jay probably knows.
I would not say 112. Definitely not say 112. You could put true, like, you got to think like true 112 stuff, like Japanese import things. They're gonna look real tiny in there. If you get because Hasbro stuff, the 6-inch scale things, they're bigger than 112 scale. And then the fact that this vehicle will fit up to 6.5 figures. Yeah, that'd be bigger than 112 technically. He said they're all about the same height in real life. Okay, let's fucking look. Dan Aykroyd height.
Get.
Keep,
No, just find a shot. Find a shot when they're all next to Gozer, and because they're all in a perfect line when they're fighting Gozer the Gozerian.
I don't have to do that.
You're looking up their actual heights.
Actual heights, yeah. So because you're in the biz, as we call it. You know, people use Apple boxes. So 6.1 inches for Mr. Aykroyd. Let's see, Billy Murray.
He's probably like the shortest.
I don't know. I think he's pretty tall.
Are you looking it up on another tab?
He's
or something?
6'2".
Bill Murray's 6'2"?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bill Murray's 6'2", Aykroyd is 6'1".
Okay. God, let's see, Mr. Ramis. Let's see what we got here, because he seems like the tallest one. 6'2" as well.
Look, hey, dude, Jay, look what Jay just said. He just basically, I mean, I don't even have to put a spin on this. He said, "Yeah, because actors always list their accurate heights." Oh shit.
Ernie Hudson's the shortest one at 6 feet tall.
Wait, who's the shortest one?
Ernie Hudson.
Is Bill Murray that tall? Maybe he is. I don't know.
And then Rick Moranis is.
Rick Moranis has to be like 5'5" or something.
5'6".
No way.
Yeah. 5'6". Well, whatever. Jay was right. I guess
he just
don't challenge the Ghostbuster boy.
Yeah, we did. There was another Tully. Somebody said Tully's bad. Yeah, Tully's Terrible Night. I do remember something from like the Matty Collector days. There was something. I think I missed a super chat. Hold on a second. Michael Stapler. When are we getting more Fawn info? Such a great concept storyline, and figured out last stream was brutally funny. I felt bad for John. Well, first of all, thank you for the $5. Like I said, I will. I think next year, I will pay. I will have to find, unfortunately, a sculptor. I say that because of. I will find somebody, and I will sculpt a Fawn. And we'll see. We'll see if people like it. Again, I am risking a cease and desist from Todd McFarlane, but it's okay because I have parody law on my side, Todd. Okay. Yep. Can we fucking parody shit? Is that okay? Is that okay with you, buddy?
Yes.
Is it all right? You've had 40 years of Spawn. Fucking relax. But thank you. Thank you for the oh shit. Look, he said, dude, Jay has a real issue with you, man. There's all of these like. Not with me. I love Jay. We have a great relationship. But for you, he's saying having met them before. He basically is just telling you that all your research is just like looking stuff up is just for nothing.
It's true. I didn't have to go to New York to do that though, to find that answer.
Have you met any of them, John? I've only met Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, I met all of them actually.
Did you really?
Yeah. In my dreams, no, I never met any of them. Who the fuck do you think I am?
I don't know. You could dude, you go to conventions a lot. Like you can.
Yeah, they don't hit those kinds of conventions if they even do.
I think. Well, one of them you obviously can't meet anymore, but like I think Ernie Hudson is the only one out of them that's like a convention.
Oh yes, Ernie Hudson actually has been to GalaxyCon.
Yeah, he goes. Bill Murray probably wouldn't be caught dead at a convention, and Dan Aykroyd is making liquor. I think so. I don't think you're getting him to. I want to meet Dan Aykroyd, and I only want to talk about his role in Tommy Boy.
Oh.
Where he's like, what's that guy's name? I bet you Devin Decker. Somebody will know. What was his name in fucking Tommy Boy? The guy who sold brake pads.
Right.
Somebody, please help me out. Tell me.
I'm not gonna look it up.
No, don't look it up. Chat. I rely on the chat for everything. Selinsky. See, didn't I call Devin Decker was the one that was going to say it? Ray Selinsky. Ray Selinsky with Joey Chalom with the Ray Selinsky. He's like, I sell brake pads and this and that. Dude, I fucking love that movie. I want to watch Tommy. John, can you and I just watch Tommy Boy on like a stream or something and we just react? I just want to watch that with you.
Yeah, but I don't like talking during movies, so let's make sure we just watch it.
Dude, you're not fun.
So are you the guy? Do you go to the movie theater and you talk during it?
No, I don't. But like, this is a movie that's like a rewatch.
I know, but it was funnier to say that like people would watch us stream it and not say anything.
Dude, I remember when I was in school, me and my buddy Eyal, who's like, I don't know, fucking selling real estate now. We went to go see a bunch of movies that got re-released. One of the movies was The Godfather. They brought it back to theaters, and this motherfucker would always fall asleep and like then wake up and ask me. He's like, yeah. He's like, yo. He used to go, the way he used to talk. He's like, hey fool, why would he why did he kill that guy? Fool. By the way, he's a fucking like a fucking like Middle Eastern white guy. That's how he talks. He's like, hey fool, why do you do this? Why do you do that? And I was like, can you fucking stay awake? Like I would have arguments with him. I was like, stay awake, and then you have to ask me. I remember I got to my boiling point when we watched the Star Wars. We were in school and they did the Star Wars re-releases. And again, he would be like, I remember the scene. It was Empire Strikes Back. Han Solo comes in and Darth Vader takes his blaster. Remember, like he's shooting at him, and he's like, hey, and he's asking me like a question. The question was like, how did Darth Vader like get into the clouds? I was like, motherfucker, this is Star Wars. Like you haven't seen this a million times. Like he's asking me questions about Star Wars, and then we just stopped going to movies because I just got he had like narcolepsy. You just immediately fall asleep, wake up, and ask me what the fuck happened in Star Wars. How did Darth Vader get into Cloud City? Go online, fuckface, and look it up.
You're still mad about it.
I am because I had to buy a ticket to go see those movies.
It's very healthy that you're feeling this still.
Anyway, Ghostbusters. Yes. Okay. So yes, Ghostbusters. What is it at? What's it?
Right here.
8,000. What's it? 8,512 backers. Needs 12,000 backers.
Yeah, this
has always done it with backers.
Yeah.
It's never been like amount of money.
Yeah, it's a number of people for Hasbro.
So if I go in there and I buy 1,000 cars, it just counts me as one.
No, I'm sure it still counts as 1,000.
Oh, okay.
It's like the units are there. It's not like how many people bought.
It's units.
But, yeah. But it's all terminology for the storefront. Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, the renders look great. I mean, this as a render looks great. I really like the solution of this stand just being his slime dripping off.
Yeah, I love that.
I just don't know that it's going to look that good in real life. Same thing with her. Obviously, she's lit up with some lights, but it's a render, so you can simulate lights being inside of her. She's just going to look worse than this in reality.
Does Library Ghost? They should have given Library Ghost an alternate head when she's all crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point. That'll be in the next HasLab.
John, are you a Ghostbusters 1 guy or Ghostbusters 2 guy?
Man, this makes them look like they're all the same height, even for Tully. Ghostbusters 1, of course. 2, like you just like keep trying to watch 2 to be like, maybe it's not as bad. And it's like, it's okay. It's always just okay. Yeah, the first one is fantastic.
You know what scene I love in Ghostbusters 1? When they're like, when Peter Venkman and Ray are talking outside of the college, and they're literally just drinking liquor outside of the college. like and this is right before Ray puts a mortgage on his house, like in the next scene, because I remember they're wearing a suit. But it's just like people forget like movies like in the 80s, like they're like, oh, it was fun. It was like Goonies and this and that, but like they treated those movies like adult movies. Like people just think about like the fun parts. They're
Yeah.
like the blasters, but it's like that first movie was really a movie about like a bunch of schlubs, like in real time. You know, like one of them was getting what, like like that was like like they didn't pull punches. Like the dude smoking cigarettes at one point. It's inferred that he's getting blown by a ghost. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, Dan,
Like
Dan Aykroyd,
yeah,
his
Dan
character,
Aykroyd, but
his
like there's
original script it was like super weird, and that was way more obvious in his script that because he like
yeah,
enjoyed
that's
it
what I'm
or
saying.
something.
But like towards the late 80s, shit got kind of like goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I still love Ghostbusters 2. I think it's okay, but I think by then, like you can kind of like smell that like this is like they're just trying to like extend the brand. Like it's like, but like that first one just felt like a real, just like a bunch of guys and like, look, we gotta like make life work. You know what
Yep.
I mean? And like how
Yep.
fucked it. Like those are my favorite moments. You know what I mean? Like not like really, like some of the other stuff that like I guess that's my problem with like the movies now is that they take like all of the kiddie stuff and it becomes like a kiddie thing. It's like that movie wasn't like, yeah, like we loved it as kids, but it wasn't like they weren't trying to get us. They were just like we just liked it because it's like it was just real people and they're
Yep.
funny, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All of those like things you go back and you're like, wow, that was very adult focused, even in kid based stuff. There's like a lot of adult
That's what I mean.
moments,
Like,
and it's
dude,
like as a kid, you just didn't fucking it didn't connect or make sense, or you didn't catch it or whatever. And then you're as an adult, you go back and you're like, oh my god.
yeah, like if you watch the Goonies, those kids talk like real kids. You know what I mean? Like one of them's talking about like fucking the other guy's mom. Like they talk like real kids. If they made it now, it would be like they would try to be irreverent, but it would still be like phony. It would still come out like phony. Like I just like it when I don't like movies like, I don't mind movies for kids. I'm not talking about little kids. I'm talking this is a personal thing. I don't like movies that, like, try to cater to kids. Like, you could still be a fun movie and be irreverent, but, like, I don't like when they're trying to, like, get because if they made it now, I just feel like they try to cater too much, you know?
Yeah, well, it's hard to say. It's one of those things where like you need the kid now to talk to them in the future to see what their thoughts are when they go back and watch stuff. Do they have the same feeling as us, or like was the 80s were the 80s and 90s really a special time for storytelling in cinema because there was so much more like realism in things like what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, because
Because before
the
that,
80s
it would have been probably weirder and less of that. Before that, like, the older it gets, it's like the less you can connect to it. In the 80s and 90s, there's something special going on in there.
well, yeah, because the 80s were coming off, like, stark 70s realism.
Yeah.
Because every movie in the 70s was obsessed with, like, just, like like everything in the 70s was about realism. It's like let's get like as real as you can get, which is why so many movies are so good. But then the 80s were like, okay, we're coming off of that, but we want to tick up the fun and we want to, be more imaginative, which that's what we grew up in. it's also why people like Tarantino like hate movies from the 80s, because it's like the 70s was like everything was but it's like fuck him, you know what I mean? It's like I understand that's where you grew up, and you know,
But that's what
like the
that's
80s.
always my concern, is that like that's what we're doing too right now. That's
What
when
are we
we
doing
grew
now?
up, so we're connecting to that and saying that's the best. For people that grew up in the 70s, that was the best. The people that grew up in the early 2000s, is that going to be the best?
But
Like,
no, but I will. The movies from the early 2000s was also returned to form. I'm not. I'm not saying it with like rose tinted goggles. Like there was a huge peak in great movies in the 2000s, in the aughts. Okay, there was like just a bunch of like really narratively interesting movies, and then I don't know, around 2010, everything just started falling again. You know, everything just became, that's when the corporatizing happened. And then that's why, you know, like, like, and now it's just a complete shit show because everybody's just afraid to do anything. Everybody's just like, and so now I feel like now is the worst time, like, except horror movies. Horror movies still are able to push, but everything else I think is just severe corporatizing, unfortunately.
too many movies get too large of a budget when they shouldn't, and they should be forced to be innovative and creative and story tell.
Yeah, man, it's like
And
$200 million. Like, how is $200 million like
a
for?
low budget film.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's a wild amount of money for a movie. That's just so funny. It's like the first Deadpool, they were just taking a chance and they made it for like, I think it was like 40 or $60 million and this and that. Like they should do more shit like that. Where and I understand like later it can get higher, but like, you know, like if maybe try out, like do what they did, like movies where it's like you can try it out. You know what I mean? You can still profit. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we got super chat right here. Robot reviews. Who reviews robots? I don't know if you know that, John, but robot reviews. You don't even try to give him a fucking human figure. He wouldn't even do it. He'd say he'd honestly, John, he'd say fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you, and take this human figure and shove it up your ass. But he showed up here with the $10. Said, "What's up, fellas? Hope you both had a good Halloween. Could we talk about how the real Ghostbusters show has one of the best original soundtracks? Those songs they play in the background were epic." Yes, thank you for the $10. Yeah, dude, that real Ghostbusters, man, that was inspired. That wasn't like a, sometimes in the 80s they had like, let's do cash grab shit. That was like not a that was like an inspired, that was an inspired fun show.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Well, enough about all that stupid shit. Let's talk about this stupid shit. I'm the king of segues. So Mondo had their live stream the other night, and they were previewing a bunch of stuff that's coming out. Today, you can now get this beautiful thing, and obviously this. Talk about like exclusives or fail. This is an exclusive or fail because the alternate stuff. Look, these.
Oh man.
So you get the first appearance of him, then you get the scary spooky boy, and then you get Joker Rat.
The Joker Rat.
And Alex made these based off of the old Kenner toy, because the old Kenner toy of him had one that you could clip onto his shoulder. So he just tried his best to make them fit into the animated series style. So he said he went through and couldn't find crows in episodes of the show, but yeah, this is a great one. If you want the big chunky boys,
this
not chunky but tall,
he's tall. I think I want to say the last time I looked at it, this was like an almost sold out, like an almost gone baby boy. This is actually, this kind of, it's impressive. This is an impressive line just in general. Batman the animated series. Look at yeah, fucking creepy it looks. The Joker Rat. Very, very underrated. Not underrated. Actually, why did I say that?
I don't know.
Batman the animated series gets its laurels. Okay, so we're not going to say it's underrated. However, I still love it. And if you want that Scarecrow, if you're part of that line, I think they said they only made 1,000 of the timed edition.
Oh,
And yesterday, I don't know what happened, why it's not there now, John. Maybe, I don't know, people backed out, but like yesterday it said it was almost sold out. So I don't know what's going on with that.
well, that is pretty interesting. But yes, that is definitely an exclusive for Fail. If you're collecting that line, I mean, for the price difference, it's stupid. It's stupid not to just buy the better one. Because again, that's one of those things you could sell. Like if we talk about Rogue's winking face, apparently before the remakes were coming out, the fixed ones, they were like some of them were $125 just for one winking head.
Oh, people selling the winking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's like a no-brainer. Which the winking head, I mean, you only have one eye open, so it doesn't look as weird if the eye's messed up. So talk about Ghostbusters a little bit more. Ugh, over it. I feel like
Tom loves
obligated because the chat is into it. But here's some of the hot things that are available right now. Also, this poster I definitely wanted to talk about. Well, a couple posters because some people may know this. Dave McKean as an artist. This guy, so you can get a limited version that doesn't have any of the text on there, but this is like a super popular artist. Like you see his work and his look looks like his work.
John, have you ever seen this movie?
Oh God, it would have been forever ago.
Dun 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 dun. That's how the soundtrack to that movie.
I'll take your word for it. But look at this.
Dude, you would remember if you saw Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's.
But some stuff is so old, man. Like in my brain, like in the time that I saw something, that it just gets overwritten, and I have to go back and watch it and go, "Oh,
no, that movie is a fucking masterpiece."
If this doesn't bring back the memories,
please co-sign me, chat, that movie's a masterpiece. Sorry, John, go.
I'm not discrediting that. Just saying I don't remember. But speaking of a video game masterpiece, this Symphony of the Night, dude, PlayStation.
Yeah.
This was like, holy crap. That's what I want. Like, I want a lot of games to stick to their side-scrolling thing. Like, I don't want Metroid games that are first person. I want side-scrolling versions.
Yeah.
You know, some things just excel at that, and this game is kind of proof of like you don't want.
Dude, I love that you said that. It's funny. It's like when like 3D shit came out, everybody was like, make everything 3D. But I love a return to form side scroller, man.
Yeah. This game came out on PlayStation, side scroller. Awesome. Everything flips upside down or whatever. They're like taking advantage of being able to do 3D in a 2D space. And then on N64, they had the other Castlevania game. Don't remember, but it was playing in that 3D space. And it's just kind of like, man, it just doesn't feel right, you know? This was proof of a game that was like, let's maximize the digital age that we're in. Let's play to our strengths and make this great. So when 3D elements are brought in, like spells and things or whatever, it all looks really, really good. Where as soon as you jump into the 3D thing, like an N64, it is very, it's stuck in its time. Where Symphony of the Night you could play today and it still is great. It looks like indie games on the store, you know, but yeah, N64 games look like N64 games. That's it.
Yeah, it's so funny how like pixelated games aged like fucking milk on the fucking sun, but like you can still go back. Like if you try to play Virtua Fighter, you're gonna be like, this is the ugliest shit I've seen. But then you can go back to play Marvel vs. Capcom, which came out before, and you have those beautiful artistic sprites, and you're like all in. You're just like it's so funny how like 3D did not
pixels versus polygons, I guess is how I would.
Yeah, like pixels still fucking hold up, man.
Yeah.
Pixels, they stood the test of time. Yes, real Ghostbusters, Peter and Sam Hain. You've probably heard it. Free shipping now. Obviously, still expensive. However, you probably will get Ghostbusters with different heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good point. I did
Um,
order this regular guy on the last live stream when I was getting absolutely destroyed. I bought him, which doesn't that make it worse? I backed Mondo and then had a guy from Mondo come in and just obliterate me.
yeah, but he said
So
he said Peter said all that stuff to you with love.
yeah, there are a lot of people who are in a lot of abusive relationships and things are saying, "Oh, I did that because I love you."
Oh, you're saying it was
Yeah.
you're saying that doesn't justify the
No,
abuse.
this is like you move out and all you do is you just take like a suitcase of clothing and you leave everything behind. And you take your cat. But you have to do it while he's out of town. So yes, this if you like your ghosties, which of course you'll never get again, it's a pretty good reason to buy the timed edition, which really is just a 2-pack of figures.
Yes.
Then you want to go with this, $202, $101. You can go with this. I bought mine on Entertainment Earth for a couple reasons. At the time, free shipping because Mondo didn't have it, but they do now. You could use discount codes and save some money, so it was like $91, and I had some affiliate credit, so I paid less.
Yeah, if you get this on a retailer, yeah, you can pay less. I'm sorry, Eric, I missed the super chat. Sorry about that, dude. Which forced him to do another super chat to you, John. But
Forced him.
what?
Forced him
Why
to
did
give
it
me
not come
money.
up? Or is that our plan? Is to purposely miss super
Well,
chat?
it's not working in my favor.
Yeah, Eric with the $5. Speaking of movies, have you guys seen Transformers 1 yet? As a non-Transformer aficionados, I would like to hear is that I did not. I want to
Yes.
watch that. Everybody, you saw it, John?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody I know has been like, you have to see Transformers 1. The problem is I can't really see movies in theaters because I'm not going to be that guy that brings a toddler in. It's too hard to get a babysitter.
I got to get you set up on my friend's Plex server so you can watch this stuff. That's how I saw it.
That's okay. I
and Alien Romulus
desperately
is on there.
want to watch Transformers 1, but no, I have not.
Yeah, there's the Joby, the Hun or whatever his name is, who's like a huge Transformer reviewer on YouTube who makes us look like fucking pathetic little bitches as far as review channels. I mean, he's been doing it longer than us, but he's a master of comedy and storytelling or whatever. He's so good. It's that one I sent you where he
Yeah.
So he did like a review of this movie and he was really spot on. Like the advertisements for this movie make it look more like a kids movie, but there's so much to it that it's for everybody. Adults will definitely enjoy it even if you're not a big Transformers fan. There are things in there that like, oh, look in the background, Easter eggs, things like that. But it's aside from a few jokes here or there, it's a great movie.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna catch.
Yeah, makes you want to definitely hope that they approve a sequel.
Did it do well?
I think so. I don't know. I
I
hope
don't
so.
think it. I don't think it did.
Well, nothing has been doing well. It seems like as of late, like fucking Furiosa didn't do well, which blows my mind.
Furiosa didn't do well, but I think Furiosa was doomed from the start because it's a Mad Max movie without Mad Max.
I guess it's great though.
I'm just saying that's an ask.
I mean, I guess, but it's like, especially you see the trailer. It's got Chris Hemsworth in it. Like,
no, I know.
whatever.
I get what you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I think most people.
Yeah, but then the chat, it's like the chatter of the movie after anybody had watched it, like hypes the movie up, and it's still just like people just weren't going. Whatever. Talk about Joker sequel being a piece of shit. It deserves the shit that it shit itself. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
That's the movie that
I haven't watched it, but I've never seen anybody compliment that movie in any form.
I saw one person. The compliments I see for that movie range from like it wasn't that bad. I think the problem is what's happening now is it's being shit on so badly that there are people that think that they're about to watch literal excrement on screen. So when they don't see that, they're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. So I think that's what's happening now. Is like it's like a
Maybe.
seesaw effect.
I think the things that people were concerned about, like it's more of a musical. It takes place in the court the whole time. You barely get any screen time of Lady Gaga. Like
It's pronounced
just like
Lady Gaga.
oh, good point. Eric, thank you so much for the $5. Since Hatter missed my super chat, hey guys, speaking of movies, have you seen Transformers 1 yet? Since you're not Transformers aficionados, a non-biased opinion is good. I've seen it. You're not playing along.
Yes. Sorry. Are you just going to then repeat everything?
Thank you,
John,
Eric.
tell me about it. Is it out? I can't see movies now because of my kid. It's hard to see movies.
I got to get you on my friend's Plex. That's how I saw it. And Alien Romulus is on there too.
John, can we just try to repeat exactly what we did 10 minutes ago?
That's what I was just doing, but you didn't say that 10 minutes ago.
Sorry.
You fucking ruined it.
I fucked up the timeline.
Jesus Christ. So that means you probably missed this one?
No, I got that one.
You talked about the music of Ghostbusters?
No, actually, we didn't. I didn't get this one.
Yeah, so you have so many super chats you can't even keep up.
I'm so confused. Back to robot reviews. What's up, fellas? Hope you both had a good Halloween. I had a great Halloween. I'll get into super chat in a second. I went. I'm. If people don't know, I moved to a new neighborhood. This neighborhood has thousands of people that do Halloween. It's crazy.
That's like a lot of people.
Yeah, dude. It was the streets were runneth over with crazy Halloween shenanigans. So I guess this is one of those neighborhoods you would never know. I mean, it's not that you never know they had decorations, but it was wild. There was a house though that they had a maze in the house. It basically was going to Halloween Horror Nights. It was like I wanted to ask the owner, like, where the fuck do you put all these props and all this shit when it's not Halloween? Because it's like it is a hanger's worth. Like, John, you and I complain about like where the fuck are we going to put our toys, storage, this and that space. I don't know how the fuck this guy stores giant animatronic, dozens of them, dozens of clowns, dozens of decorations. Like, where the fuck are you putting it? Like, I don't like that. All of that can't fit in a garage. Like, I don't get it. So, but it was a blast. But so yes, great Halloween. Can we talk about how the Real Ghostbusters show is one of the best originals at these songs? I thought I went over this. John, you're making me think that I didn't. The songs that were played in the background were epic. Yes, they were. Thank you, Robot Reviews.
All right. As you can kind of help me out here and just talk about stuff, but I am about to restock the frames on my Ko-fi store.
Oh shit, yeah. John, please save me one, please. Like, because I have to. I want to get a frame. I have something I want to do. Okay, before I
sure, man. Yeah, if you want to buy one, I'll share the link.
I'm gonna buy it. Look what John did. He immediately thinks that I'm not gonna buy it, and I bought plenty of his stuff. Yes, of course I'm gonna buy one.
It's okay.
But I don't want to miss it because I'm doing this thing with you.
I know, but you already missed it the first time.
Huh?
You were gonna buy it the first time.
I know, but I will buy it today.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to hear that, buddy.
Yeah.
So I'm about to restock it. I'm looking for my photos to update to the thing there, but there's only going to be 20 in stock. And listen, if you haven't bought one, you need to read. Okay? Please, for the love of God, read. Because there are important things to know, like how to do it and actually get the frame and not just a print, which seems to be a problem. I don't know. Maybe there's just too many items listed, but there's only 2 ways to buy the frame. So you can buy the frame, it comes with a free print, or you can buy the frame plus 6 prints. Okay. Everything else is just the print. So well, I'll let you talk a little bit. I'm going to try to find this other photo and get this thing.
Yes, I'm going to talk about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because we're talking about frames. Here, let me stop share. We'll stop sharing, and then I'm going to present. What else can we talk about here? Oh crap! I got to do this. Hold on, guys. I'm not a fast sharer like John. Let's talk about this. So I don't know if anybody's interested in this. I am on the fence a little bit, I will say. And I don't know if this is an exclusive. Hey, Iron Maiden, fuck you. So they put up these Ben Cooper. Okay, so they mentioned these are coming out. Now these, I get a retailer. I spoke to Ralph from Toy Stalker. He's going to have them, so I can get them cheaper there, because these are great. So yeah, you get look at the Captain Spaulding, and then Nosferatu, Tricker. I don't have much connection to. I have not seen the Thanksgiving Slasher. That's another one I want to see, but I do love Trick or Treat, and I do love. All of these movies are fucking solid. So I am in for these. But here's the thing. Then NECA put up this glow in the dark. But did they say this is an exclusive? Because if it's not, I'd rather just wait and get it from a retailer. But yeah, they have glow in the dark versions of this. Gets into dangerous territory. Glow in the dark. I got the one glow in the dark. I'm still waiting for it to show up from that Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if anybody's getting this. Did they say? I don't know if anybody in the chat knows, but did they say if this was an exclusive, or is this going to be like
why? Through on Instagram or something?
They don't say. That's the problem, is they don't say that. Like NECA.
Well, sometimes,
or when they do, they fucking they hide that shit.
It would be weird to make these. Well, because it's glow in the dark. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's glow in the dark, so like
probably.
But yeah, there's this, and then I'm still on the fence. I have, although I'm probably going to pass, because I don't like that this thing started at $150 and they upped the price.
I know. Yeah, that was a crap move, man. And to not acknowledge it either. The Instagram post, that's all it is people complaining about that price change, and it's like, did the people that got in early, they just got it for the right price?
Yeah, I guess
speaking of NECA and just awful customer service, how long ago was it that I brought up, email NECA because my original Sketch Turtles never shipped, and they were supposed to, the people that, we ordered them in June, and people were getting them pretty shortly after that, and then there was a delay, so you'd get them the time in September, which I still never got. It's now November, I still don't have them, but I emailed them many weeks ago and was like, hey, I never got those. They're like, oh, sorry, there was like an issue, blah, 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 whatever. A week goes by, or 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, hey, I got a shipment coming my way from you guys from a different item altogether. It was the Kevin Eastman. I was like, I still don't have any information on this. They never replied. So a week goes by, I send another email that's just like a brand new email. And I told them to cancel and refund my money, and I've never heard back from them about any of it. So I don't have them. Also, the Ronin Splinter was supposed to be packed with that. So I guess this might have to become one of those things where like I have to dispute the charges or whatever, because they never ship, and I have to just like capture
their customer service is
the emails about it. But yeah, this is really bad, especially with the emails saying like, or any of the social posts or whatever that say, sorry, there was a delays and you'll get it in September. I think that would obviously help me win my case there in the dispute.
Do you know that? I'm sorry about that, man. Do you know that NECA customer service, NECA and Mesco customer service,
Yeah, I think
they both share the same customer service guy. He's one guy who lives in a shack and on an island somewhere.
yeah, they're
He
definitely
answers the
similar
door.
because people have won Mezco items for free by doing photo stuff, and then they promote your photos. You know, like the whole thing is like a competition, hashtag Mezco or whatever.
Right,
You get these
right.
toy photographers that take photos. Someone wins. I forget who it was. Nate the Great, maybe? Anyway, somebody won an item. It's probably been 6 months or longer at this point, and they never sent it to him. They don't reply to anything. They don't reply. He will comment on everything about it. He'll tweet and say, "Hey, just still trying to get my free figure." And then other people will comment or retweet or whatever. So it's not like it just has gone lost in the notifications because enough people talk about it and he's never gotten it.
No, horrible. NECA and Mesco, you have horrible, horrible customer service. Pay for real customer service, you fucking chiselers. You make enough. Super 7 and Mondo have the best.
Oddly
Mesco
enough,
and NECA, huh?
oddly enough, Super Sevens pretty good.
No, Super 7 customer service is fucking good. And Mondo's is great.
Yeah.
NECA and Mesco, the worst custom. I honestly, part of me hopes that's your downfall, is your horrible, horrible attention to people that made you. But yeah, sorry about that, man. I hope you get that. Yeah, get that shit disputed or something, dude.
It's so frustrating. It's like
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
yeah, I don't want them anymore.
Right. They take the fun out of it to the point where
Yeah,
if you were to
exactly.
get it, you'd be like, I don't even care about this shit. You
Exactly.
know?
Yep. What a way to get me to never order anything from your website. Which is worse because like when things that are, if I really wanted this Inferno room, it's the only way to get it. So I have to deal with it. I mean, there are people still don't have the fucking Donatello's lab that paid for it.
Yeah, and then people got shit for free. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, and then we saw people that just kept it and resold it, which is like it's real fucked up because there's
yeah,
probably going to be somebody that just doesn't get it because they ran out.
yeah. Icon
Um,
3D Labs, hello, nostalgia, Mad Hatter. We're working on something for Dante. Ooh.
we're what? We're gonna
Um,
oh, nice.
Icon 3D Labs does great shit. I gotta get their Splinter. I like that Splinter. I saw you talk about it, the Splinter with the. I like that he has a chair, like
Yeah.
when and the tail goes into the thing. Check them out as well. But I do want that one. Sorry, I'm just
Also,
catching up
so
on
Abasai, who is the person responsible for these frames. Hold on, my tabs. That's you sharing. Okay.
oh, here, go just
Uh,
take
okay, I
take
can do
the
it.
thing.
I'm a good boy. Um, so the person that's responsible for sculpting and printing these things, he's shipping those limited to 20 options to me now. So thanks to those of you that have already jumped in and bought some stuff. I appreciate that a lot. So it looked like most people just got the frame with Eastman's toy store included. So what you will get is exactly that. You'll have just the frame and this print. But he is working on some really awesome stuff. What I should do, although I don't know that he's posted on his Instagram because his Instagram is photography, like cosplay people. But he'll do stories and he'll post things up. But he's working on doors for the street scene. And dude, his doors will open into the street scene. So like it
Oh,
replaces
no way.
you can take a whole section out where the bricks are. It
Uh-huh.
goes in place of that, and it has a
Uh-huh.
frame, so you don't have like these weird brick colors sticking out. So it has a nice frame, and then you can open the door, and it opens inward into this. So he figured out the hinges and all that stuff, and then it has like a little stepping thing in the front of it, so you can like step up into the street. Incredible. But he's also working, and I don't know if I don't want to blow up his space, but he is working on and that door, by the way, comes in several color combinations, which is really, really cool. You can kind of, I'm hoping that he's going to sell it where you can like mix and match. But
Did you link him, by the way? Like when is he
well, he
going
doesn't
up?
really have a place for you to get any of it yet. So this
So
is
where?
all like new territory for him.
Oh, he has not sold anything prior to this.
No,
Okay.
he'll work directly with people on stuff, but yeah. So like this is his first like real big jump into all this stuff is
Okay.
by partnering with me. Now he can. And I was like, dude, you need to do your like create a Kofi store or something and sell those because he did the table and chairs, bookshelf and stuff for April's apartment. I was like, you need to sell those things, and he was like, oh, you know, I work full time. I don't want to invest that much to it. But now it looks like he's kind of loving this stuff because he's working on all these doors that physically open, which is amazing, and then which would be really great for people that have the April apartments on the inside. And
Mm-hmm.
then he's working on a balcony railing for the top,
Oh,
the
that's
second
fun.
tier.
Oh, that's fun, dude.
Yeah, so instead of it, and I was like, "This is crazy," because I was just thinking, like, sometimes I just sit there and stare at the street scene, thinking of ideas, and I was like, "Oh man, it would be great to have a railing for that
Yeah.
second story, make it look like a balcony or whatever."
Yeah, of
And
course.
then probably 2 days later, he sent me a photo, and he had like sculpted all this stuff out, which is incredible. So you're gonna have that door where you can like walk into the second street scene level, and then have a balcony out there. It's just yeah, he's a genius with the sculpting, so I'm very
So
excited.
do you have a by the way,
So
I'm
if
looking
anybody
down
else comes out with that, go fuck yourself because we made it clear today.
whoa, shit.
Yeah, this is
John,
like
that's
patent
fucking
pending.
John, that's tough talk, dude. By the way, I'm
Um,
distracted because I'm on your Kofi store right now trying to order what I'm trying to order.
oh, okay, no worries. As long as
So
it's making me money,
that's a
you can be
valid
distracted.
distract. Are you okay with that distraction?
That's
Like
the only time
sometimes
I'm okay with you being
okay,
distracted.
sometimes you're like, "Hey, dude, you're distracted."
Yeah, but if you're spending money with me, then stay distracted. Robot Reviews, who only reviews robots. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
If you give him a human figure, he's like, I don't fucking care.
This
He
seems like
says
deja vu.
$10. Thank you so much. He said NECA customer service is a farce. Worst joke ever. I don't want them anymore either. They did the same to me with Secret of the Ooze Shredder. Bought it a year after it released and still took 5 months to ship out. Yeah, it's pathetic. It doesn't make any sense. It's incredibly frustrating. Um,
Yeah, it's a fucking
Thank you so
joke.
much for the $10 to share your hate. See, people pay to share their hate on this channel.
Yeah, I love it. John, when you look at the sewer in the lab, is that the portal that has the backing of another portal? Is that generic?
The hell are you talking about? Are you talking about on my shop? Do I need to go to my shop?
It's, I'm trying to buy. I want to add another thing to save on shipping.
Okay. Okay.
The
Also,
one
anybody,
when you go to the portal.
let me clarify too for anybody that is international in the chat right now. If you buy something, the pricing of international is like absurd. Just purchase it. I will refund the difference of shipping for international folks. I do that anyway. So like, I know on here it's going to say like $20 worldwide. With pirate ship, I can, depending on what you're getting, I might be able to even get it lower than that. There's been a couple people where like some orders stack up the shipping charges and it gets really expensive. I do refund international people because it's absurd already. So I'm going to do my best to take care of international folks. But your question,
No, I got it. It's generic. It's got to be generic. There's
what
no other
for
thing
the sewer
yeah,
layer,
there's no other thing it could be. Otherwise, you'd be a stupid person.
right? Well, yeah, this is the generic one if that's what you're asking.
Wait, how come you're not adding? How come I can't add this onto the frame? What the fuck?
You can. I mean, people check out and it's all in there.
I'm I'm
So thanks, folks, that have been buying the stuff. Obviously, I had a limit of 50 previously. So far, I only had one error in shipping, which I knew was going to be the case. So
he's got an error. Guys, don't buy from this guy.
there was like I got an email from Charlie, who was a Ko-fi supporter, actually a producer, and his box had like literally had the shoe print of the delivery guy on the box, where it was like crushed into the corner.
I remember. I
Tab was
think you showed me
completely
that.
smushed. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So that's when I ordered the 50 originally. I was like, I'm going to need a few extra because there's definitely always something that goes wrong. But yeah, so limited to 20. Obviously, people, you can see the pops up in the chat here, those Ko-fi bots. That is somebody purchasing those items in real time. So I appreciate that. And for those of you that are debating and getting one, you can kind of in real time see how fast they're going.
Hey, chat, should I get Slash for Cash or Ninja Pizza as a Windows? What should I get, chat?
That's a great question.
Help me out, chat.
Let me pull up that so that people that don't know can also see what you're talking about, because those are two original drawings. They're not like screen grabs or tracing or something like that. It's just like, obviously there's like, I'm taking some influences from the show, but this is the Slash for Cash. So this is from like a few different scenes kind of merged into one to capture that look from the show. And then some of it's just like made up to bring it all together.
This guy's a tracer. What movie is that, John?
Tron. And then this is also the same thing. So this is not a view technically that you ever got. Plus there was no like back window. It just, there was like weird like boxes in the back wall of the episode. Like they look, I don't know if they were just trying to draw that look like ovens that opened or something. But I just went in and add a little bit more. So there's like this back window where they would be baking, and then I put some knives and like normal cooking stuff, and then there's the throwing star. And then,
so John, clarify something for me in real time.
Okay.
If I want that Ninja Pizza, I want that image of Ninja Pizza with the frame.
Yeah.
I'm on the thing.
So there's two ways to get it. One is you have to buy the one called frame. And then it just has an asterisk that says, hey, this is included when you buy the frame.
Okay. Or
you can buy frame and windows. Get one of each design and frame for $80. Unless you're a Ko-fi member, you get discounts.
Okay.
So you either buy frame that includes Eastman's Toy Store, and then you add on the Ninja Pizza.
You add on like the $15
Ninja Pizza, yeah.
$15. But like so that would, if I got a frame and then I add it on, then I can kind of like like if I feel like doing Eastman Store, I put that in, or if I feel like putting the other one, I put so I can interswap that into one frame, basically.
Correctamundo. So great question. I love hearing this in real time.
Yes.
Versus somebody trying to check out. And so this is the frame setup. If you can look at the screen, anybody that's interested, the frame pops off the front. You put whatever print you want in there and then snap it back on. So once you plug this thing into the wall, you can just swap out your images super easy. There's a picture somewhere here. This is how it locks in. So it takes place of two of the bricks, and the cutouts on the back of this can cover up to two windows. So you can have a window as shown in the image and a brick wall. You could have two windows. You could have the window over here on the right side and then the brick wall on the left side. Doesn't matter. It's going to work however you need to set it up. It just plugs into those brick holes. And then it does come with feet to use it as a billboard. So if you like the billboard idea, you can purchase those billboard prints. At the very bottom, you can buy all Ford prints. There's no frame included in that. So the billboards are really like a bonus, like add-on thing.
Right.
But yeah, so if you like the idea of a billboard, you can stick it on the first or second floor. Right. And
guys, look, guys, I spent $70.85 in John's store. Don't let fucking John tell you that I don't buy shit. Look at that. 70, 85, which means that I spent more money in his store than he spent on my
That's not true.
concrete thing. So just everybody see that's how
Well,
much
yeah,
I
but I also
spent.
did buy Flip Wars with accessories or with add-ons. So
I know, but Flipboard is like you're gaining money by like you're making money getting that.
because I can flip it.
Exactly.
Oh, damn
But
it! I
yes,
keep
I'm
forgetting
very
that's the
happy
whole
to
point.
always support. Yeah, there you go. Kofi Shop Sale
That's
from Near. That's
that's
my
the
new
weird
name.
thing about buying Flip Wars is that people don't realize is that the only way you can actually keep and own a Flip War is if you bought it off of eBay. So everybody that has backed
Oh,
it and bought directly through Kickstarter, you are required because it's so meta to flip those things on eBay.
that is true.
So
That is.
which is going to be tough market because basically you have 100% of sales are back online on eBay. So it's going to be like the pricing is going to be tough to sell them, but just hold out. And then the other people that buy them off of eBay, you're the true Flipboard collectors. It's the only way to actually own one.
That's true. No, I got to support my buddy. But more than that, these actually make your diorama look awesome.
That
And
is the goal.
yeah, and so I actually bought a new set of windows, John, because I still have the old windows you sent me, but fuck if I know where the fuck all that shit is. So because I already ordered another playset from NECA when they re-released them or Diorama, I'll just put by that time I'll have found the other one or something because I don't know where the fuck that is. Although now I'm having a little bit of buyer's remorse because I'm looking at that with the I'm looking at the Eastman sorry the window set with the drapes or whatever you call those things the blinds and I kind of want that now so I fucked up. Damn it.
Oh, it's working. My goal is that when people buy from my store, they have buyer's remorse.
I really kind of want the one with the blinds now.
That is my favorite one now. The one with the blinds, by the way.
John, can you replace that for me? Like I'm being serious.
I'll go ahead. Maybe I'll have to do my best to remember to do that because it becomes a problem when I have a lot
He's
of
gonna
orders.
forget chat. God damn it. All right. But yes, I always willing to support the one known as Jonathan Maxwell, who makes very cool. By the way, this is not charity. These look really good on your diorama.
And as many as these things as I sell, I get like one or two people that will tag me and post on social. So I rarely get to see them in use. Maybe people just don't like to take photos of their stuff, but Art Cast is one for sure that always does that. So I appreciate that. But I love seeing these things and like how people decide to use them. It's funny because sometimes I learn something like people will take this stuff and then do something that I didn't think of. A
Yeah, that's
simple
that's
version,
what I'm gonna do.
a very simple version of that is when selling the speaking of the street scene windows, which are see, I have so many items available these days. It's so far down. So I originally was like, oh, you got to just take a little bit of tacky stuff because you have those clear plastic windows. You're going to put these behind the plastic and then you just have to tack the corners down.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure it was Gary Dolan, the guy who runs the Party Wagon podcast and sticks figures up his butt. He stuck it on the outside of the plastic window. So he took the clear plastic off,
That's right.
put
That's
these
right.
in, and I was like, "Oh, that's way better." Plus, it looks more cartoony. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was so deep in it, thinking of like everything else that sometimes this stuff flips my brain. That doesn't make sense. My
You were
brain shut
deep in
down
it.
just now.
I was once Mikey said Hatter's gonna be one of those guys who just orders a prints and then
Yeah,
gets mad at Johnny that he didn't order a frame.
yeah. I ended up shipping out like 2 or 3 that were just to print. I emailed, I DM'd in Kofi, and one person read my email. The other people, I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
John, just have
You're
some
gonna get just
mercy
a
on these
print
people.
and probably be sad about it, huh?
John, have some mercy on these people.
I
Okay,
do.
they don't
That's why I
always.
emailed everybody and did
Okay.
follow-up emails because I'm like, I don't want them to be upset or bothered.
Okay.
But I also had somebody go,
Tony K is asking where can we buy these from? John, put the link in the thing again.
but I also had people that were like, "Oh no, I totally understand. Maybe if you restock, I'll get the plastic. Don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and buy just the print anyway to
Right.
support me," which was really nice. So I have to just kind of at some point assume that's what the other people wanted to do. Oh,
Yes.
this is what I like to. This is what I like to see. Thank you, Icon, for paying me $5 to make Mad Hatter answer this question.
Ooh, I do like extra things.
If
Yes,
you
I
place
have
an order
to.
with us, let them know so we can include some extra things in there for you.
Ooh, yeah, I got to
See,
do that.
where me
Although
on
I have
live,
to
I was like,
also
"Ugh."
I have to also figure out, like when I get that splinter chair, where it
Yes,
goes because I didn't get a living room, but I could probably figure that out. Yeah,
yeah,
but thank you. Yes, I shall make an order, and then I'll talk about it, which provides the Hatter bump, John. Because let's face it. I mean, you're pretty good, but I'm fucking like once you get the Hatter, like the Johnny bump is okay.
yeah.
Fucking Hatter bump, it's
The
crazy.
the
It's
the nostalgia bump is like, I'm not sure. Is that a bump? I'm not sure
It's
if
not
it's
so
a
much of a
bump.
bump.
Is
It's
it
more
just a
like kind of like
ingrown hair? Maybe. Am I freaking out? Am I googling it, and now I'm freaked out about the things I see on the internet?
yes.
Or should I go get checked out? Mad Hatter, you get the Mad Hatter bumps, and you're like, "Oh, I know what this is."
Oh, by the way, oh man, Joey Halom has a fucking fantastic idea, but I'll let you go to Impossible Pie. John, I like when people just add tons of H's to your name.
I
Johnny
know. Jahanahathan. Well, there's
Good
an
job doing
extra N in
Timothy
there
Murata
too.
comic backgrounds.
I'm not gonna be too upset because there's an extra N in there, so it's John Anthen. But just folks, keep in mind my name is often hold on. It shows up. No, it doesn't. Where are our names? My name is Jonathan without the H at the beginning.
Oh
So
boy.
here, how do we
Jonathan without the H.
layouts?
Gotta
Did they
be
did this stuff change whenever they did the
gotta be fucking fancy.
hold on a second.
Dozer is
Hold
saying we are the modern Tango and Cash, John.
Well, that's really nice, I think.
Which one is Stallone? That was Cash, right? I forgot.
Hold on just a second. Trying to figure out why our names aren't on our whatever. Get distracted
I know
much?
that was a nice 4 minutes of complete fucking silence,
Fudge.
man. Yeah. John, I love this comment right here. Check this out though. John, can you make a billboard saying coming soon Fawn?
Coming soon. What?
Fawn.
Fawn?
Chat, can you
I'm
can you
fucking everything up. Hold on. Let me
Oh
just
my
pay
god.
attention and do my stupid thing.
Oh my
God, I wanted to make
god.
sure that our names are on here. Speaking of Mirage, because I wanted to answer that. So I have Mirage Windows. I don't have backgrounds really at all for anything. But there's this Mirage in color for the windows, and then there's this Mirage black and white, which really has only worked for like a couple people because they repainted their street scenes. But yeah, so I have that, and then I have the last Ronin one in there somewhere. But yeah, right there. So that's as close as I got to being able to offer anything that has got like a Mirage background. I know people have asked for like the top of the street scenes, the huge sections, and that is a heavy ask to draw all that stuff up. So
Right.
maybe one day.
Right. But John, more to the subject in hand. Can you make a billboard saying coming soon Fawn?
Fawn is coming soon. Ew.
John, here's why you want to get in on the Fawn game, because next year when I make the Fawn Kickstarter, you saw how the Spawn Kickstarters make like $4 million. This is gonna, if I can take, here's the way I do the math. McFarlane, he's got like a $3 million Kickstarter. If I create Fawn, I could probably steal 25% of those customers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think
Like,
so.
and so
They're
So
like
the
it's
way I do the
familiar but
math,
new, so they feel safe.
yeah, exactly. So and here's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking when Fawn gets made, he'll have a cape, and I'm gonna spend money to make an awesome wired cape.
Yeah.
And if you take that cape off of Fawn and you maybe put it on another figure that maybe made a deal with the devil, it might look just as good.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
like again, I'm not telling you to do that,
No,
but I had the thought that
it's called
if you
kit
take,
bashing, and there's nothing illegal about that.
yeah, there's no legal thing. Like if you take the awesome cape that I'm going to include in there,
Mhm.
that another company refuses to make, but you can get it on third party kind of things like Rebel Customs and things like that. I'll have that be part of the campaign. And again, if you want to take that cape and you have a figure of another character clad in black that made a deal with the devil, I can't stop you from doing that. Nor could the court say that I ripped that off, because a cape is a cape. Can you copyright a cape? No, there's no copywriting a cape.
I don't know.
So that's all I'm saying. Um, John, there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Talk about it.
Is this Johnny?
Okay. Yeah.
You are, I'm interested in these figures. You were
I
saying
I was
that
interested at SDCC.
you think that they don't look as good as they did at SDCC.
That is correct, Amundo. Now, can we find some of those photos?
Oh God.
I'll look it up while you're doing that.
No, I have
SDCC.
it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Um, okay, I mean the only, well, here, let's
Good old toy arc.
okay, so here is Billy Lee. All right, so here is, all right, so in all fairness, here's like a three shot of them, right? And so we start, obviously there's a color swap here.
Oh, maybe it was a head swap originally at this show, and none of us noticed it.
I mean, what are you not responding to?
I mean, these look like renders, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It just is. It is. Can you click on that image to make it larger?
I don't know, it keeps like wanting to like scroll and
Oh, so what a you can right click, open a new tab.
ugh, I can't. It only lets me zoom in
Oh,
that much.
yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't have the punch that it does at SDCC. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Does anybody else feel the same way in the chat? They got real quiet. Maybe they don't give a shit about Double Dragon. I got to now look up Double Dragon. I would assume I would assume Double Dragon
Everybody who's into Ninja Turtles,
would be
not
into this.
everybody, but
Yes.
I
I'm
would
just
say that 80% of the people that are into Ninja Turtles are going to be into Double
okay.
Dragon.
So they did have it wrong originally. It is blonde hair on blue suit and dark hair on red suit. So that was so SDCC was just wrong. Um, of course, unless you watch the movie, they both have dark hair in the movies. Something special, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. Maybe it's the hip joints.
This guy's face is a little weird.
That's racist. I think it might be the hip joints, the hip joint things, and the little kind of saggy crotch. Um, legs are real thin.
I know
The
you
legs are
don't like a
really
saggy
thin.
crotch.
The more I look at the legs, the thinner they get. I have to stop looking at them so that they skipped leg day for sure. Is there something about this versus SDCC that's just not? Go back to the SDCC. Yeah,
Maybe they're a little thicker
they're
here.
a little thicker, maybe. I don't know.
Oops.
Maybe I actually like the head swaps being wrong.
I mean, that's probably easy. You could probably just pop one on the other. I wonder how expensive this fucking license
Yeah,
was.
see? So I'm not the only one. Devin says, I was disappointed when I saw them yesterday after being excited. Dead Air Disco said the hips bugged me on those, and he said that before I even brought it up, I think. In the cartoon, it was blonde on red. Devin, what a masterful brain you have. Keep that memory. How are you going to make Double Dragon Line and not launch a Bobo?
I would think a Bobo is a whole new sculpt and size and everything.
Yeah. You gotta make your money and then deepen the line.
I don't know. I gotta see what they are up close. I'm willing to give this company the benefit of the doubt because the guy who runs it is a master sculptor, but you never know. Sometimes it doesn't translate.
Those hips do lie.
Oh, John, would you buy a Shakira action figure?
Yeah. I mean, I paid a lot for a custom one. It's got a magic 8-ball feature, so she's kind of like hula hoop girl, where her hips shake, but then you look on the back and it'll have the answer like a magic 8-ball to see if her hips are lying. Like there's a play on that, but you ask it a question. You ask her hips the question, and her hips will tell you the truth about what you're.
No, I get it. We can kind of move on.
Do you want me to go on deeper into that?
I think the chat
So
agrees.
imagine a hula hoop girl on your desk.
I mean, chat, you would agree that we can move on from that joke, right? Like, I think probably be wise. So John, you're definitely in on Double Dragon, I think is the point.
Yeah, I think that's what we got out of that. Well, I like Eric want to know about the Bloodsport figures, because now I'm a little worried that when I see them listed for sale, I'm gonna go, oh. But this is the kind of stuff where like they need to send those fucking figures to channels. Doesn't have to be us. Send it to channels and get them to talk about it and show it off, and let's see how they are, because we don't know anything about Syndicate Collectibles yet.
I think you're 100% right. I think that Syndicate, if you guys, it's a brave new world now, and you really do need to get involved in some channels. And again, this is not a pitch for us. Right. Whatever the channel is, in order to really take it home, take it to the limit, as they say. I do. Actually, John, filibust just for like 1 minute.
All right. So as we can see, just to clarify, we have 2 dragons of the double type. Heads are swapped backwards, and then we got Mr. Evil Madman in the back. Captain Mustard, I think, is what they called him. Isn't that? Or was it Captain Dijon? Commander Dijon? Something like that. Whatever. But that's the bad guy in the background with a sweet gun. Is that all you need? Have I busted?
I need 1 more minute of filibuster.
Okay. And then over on the left side is Christopher Walken from that movie. I don't remember, but they are making the action figures from that. Dazed and Confused, is that what it is? And then they are making the 5 POA, not 3 POA. That's a podcast. 5 POA action figure versions of those, which is really interesting to see. What a line to make those figures from that movie is so specific. But now,
from which movie?
Isn't it Dazed and Confused, or what is that over on the left? It's not Dazed and Confused. The fuck is that? Christopher Walken and what's his face?
Oh, True Romance.
True Romance. Thank you.
Dazed and Confused. What's going on with this guy?
I don't know. But it does make me want like a really good Big Lebowski figure. Seeing those colors and thinking of like obscure movies for figures.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like that they're going for it and they have these interesting licenses, but we'll see.
Look at Devin even knows they both came out in 93. This dude.
Yes.
What kind of brain is this?
He's a big movie buff. John, there's one thing I do want to share.
Share it.
I do have to go soon, as do you, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing this. I've been thinking about like Flipboard, like Wave 2 and shit like that.
Okay.
and I always wanted to do like a werewolf type character. And so what I was thinking
Do I need to
is,
let you keep talking?
why? No, what happened?
I don't want to end the stream on you.
No, yeah, please, yeah, don't end the stream. Okay.
Okay.
Don't. We're not doing that. So I wanted to have like a 2-pack of like Target guards because I think they look really cool. Like
Okay.
Target guards. But I was thinking, I had this idea like a week ago as like maybe it's like a wave 2 thing. But I was thinking, how can I present this? I wanted to do this. It's just a concept. This is a bad drawing. This is just a sketch. Okay, but everything starts with a sketch. Okay, you guys know that I can draw, so don't look at this too much like that drawing sucks. But I was thinking of this right here. Can you see that? This guy is called. This is the Hound of Target, and he's basically it's a werewolf figure
Oh.
that is a certain dog or something. But I was thinking the idea is that one of those guards or something, or maybe all of them, I don't know. That I was thinking like a mystery novel. There's a hound that defends the Target marketplace, and I was thinking like could that be even a build-a-figure or a deluxe figure of a
Ooh.
big, like a werewolf, but of the not Target guard, but a dog that kind of resemble, and it could have like maybe a red circle around his face or something. Like I love a werewolf, but aware of this dog it would tickle me pink, I think.
So is it a transformation thing?
I think maybe it's like a transformation thing, like like one of like maybe that could be because I'm trying to come up with a storyline idea for
Yeah.
like one of the Flipboard comics, and I was like thinking that one of them is like that there is okay. Here was my idea. There is a beast that's killing flippers. Okay, so flippers go to the Target marketplace, and there's some beast that's killing them. So
Okay.
somebody goes to Flipboard, and they're like, "Hey, the Hound of Target, has been killing," and he has to like investigate and figure out what's going on because that's gonna hurt his business or something. So I was thinking maybe like one of the guards can like I
Yes.
don't know. Maybe
Okay.
it's a mystery, but it's a mystery. Maybe it's like a mystery. Like who is this? Like
Oh, I
who?
like the mystery idea, and that allows
Yeah.
you to just, like, never fucking answer it or figure it out later. Um, Also, for people coming up with names, remember lichen. You could use something with the word lichen.
Ooh, lichen. Yes. Yeah. You could do anything, but I like the idea of a big buff. I love a werewolf. Like I love a werewolf. So like I'm trying to think, could I create like a werewolf, but like in this style? Again, it's just a sketch, but this is
Yeah,
this
I
is
like his I like the I mean, you could even play with, like, the Dr. Jekyll kind of thing and like have the two types very different from each other. So the alter ego, the default form could be something that you would never guess would be this vicious thing. Maybe they don't have a
right.
memory of it, or maybe they do have a memory of it. And that's a lie that they don't know that
That they
what
that
they
they
do.
don't know. That's a yeah,
But they
yeah,
actually know because they actually like crave it.
yeah. Brian Brink, it's making him smart. See, there's some support here. There's a beast that's killing flippers. I'm on the beast side. Yeah, like nobody's going to be on the flipper side.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I
just keep in mind you're we are already not on Flipworth's side.
yeah, exactly. Shredded red shirt. Okay, so that's a something that I was thinking about. The problem is like the Target guards, they wear armor, but the Target managers, they wear red shirts and khakis. So maybe he's a Target manager that turns into a werewolf, but that's probably easy to figure out. But although you never know, because a lot of times in those dumb movies, they'll be like, "Hey, who's the Hulk?" And they see his purple pants that only Bruce Banner wears, and they're like, "Come on, can't you figure it out? It's the only guy that wears purple pants." And also, by the way, his face looks like like Mark Ruffalo. Like you can't tell, but people can't tell in these things. So
Oh,
maybe
maybe it's Kristen Wiig's Turget lady.
oh yeah, oh
Oh
that's
my
right.
god, I'm
It
turning.
could be a female. It could be a female. So anyway, that's something that I'm thinking of. All right, Jonathan.
Yep.
Was there anything else?
No, I'm over it.
Are you just over this chat in general, or just over? What are you over exactly?
I'm just still upset that I couldn't talk more about Shakira's hips, Magic 8 Ball.
Oh, the Magic 8 Ball. That's right. That would make some money. We should tell Ace to make a Shakira figure without rights and see, you know, he might stumble onto a whole new market he didn't even know about.
Oh god. If your camera didn't freeze, you have done an excellent job. Yeah, nice. Oh god, you never know with the internet. You could just look like you.
Yeah. John, I think that you see Devin is right. That was your cue. Like that awkward thing was your cue to end the
Oh,
to end the stream.
but then it's just too obvious, isn't it?